Hello, YouTubers and Cinephiles. Welcome back to another edition of Nerd of Me, John Ricky here. And today I want to talk about a little comedy, a new release from Point Grey, which I actually didn't know about that. It's Seth Rogen and Evan Greenberg's production company, so that was a surprise. And it's directed by Kay Cannon, who wrote the screenplay for Pitch Perfect, the original one at least, starring Leslie Mann, Ike Barinholtz, and John Cena as three parents who try to stop their three daughters, who are best friends, perform a sex pact on prom night. And of course, hijinks ensues. It's kind of like a reverse American Pie because you're seeing it from the parents' perspective, if they knew about it, new age, so on and so forth. And I like that kind of take on it. Of course, the three parents are really like the archetypes of parents. You got the hovering mother, obviously Leslie Mann. You got the very protective father, John Cena, and you got the guy that wasn't there for his child for most of his life, and that's Ike Barinholtz. Now, this movie actually did a lot of things that I really wasn't expecting it to do. I thought, it really turned this type of story on its head, and it was very hilarious. I mean, there's some set pieces in there you're just like, oh my god, that is way better than I thought it was going to be. And you almost feel like you're kind of watching the villain side of this type of movie, because usually it's like, oh, they're sticking a mug of parents, find out about it. They're like, that they actually play with it to a point where you're just like, this is so ridiculous. It's like, who really does this? And the funny thing is that the voice of reason is actually the most unlikely character, which is Ike Barinholtz, and he really says what the audience is thinking, and I think that's really cool how this movie plays with that. I mean, there are quite a few moments in this movie where I'm literally thinking that, or really saying that to myself, that like, this is stupid. Whose parent would do this? It's like, they're acting like they're in the 50s and stuff like that. And then his character would actually say that, but of course eventually situation happens and he's fully on board. And the film actually delves into a lot of like social issues and like family dichotomies that I didn't really expect. It actually gets a little deeper than I was expecting with this film, in a decent way, and there's a lot more substance than I was expecting. It ain't just the butt chugging scene that you had seen in the trailer, which I found very funny, and I thought that was going to be the end all be all, that they probably showed all that in the trailer, but there actually is a lot more scenes that are actually, I laughed out loud, and I'm like, oh my god, this is great. The cast in this movie is like really spot on. I mean, the parents, like, they're kind of insufferable, but you're liking them at the same time. Especially Ike Barinholtz, because he's actually the heart of the movie. You identify with him actually more than the uptight mom and the overprotective dad of John Cena. Not saying that John Cena is bad in this movie. He's not. He's actually holding his own. He has a really great scene that involves, let's just say, hide and go seek in the dark. And Leslie Mann is Leslie Mann. She does her thing. But the three girls, they work so well together. They have so much chemistry, like so much to the point where I actually wanted it to focus on them a little bit more, because they were so like lovable and you can feel their relationship. They probably are best friends outside of this film. The story arcs in here are solid enough. I mean, some of them could have done a little bit more, but they're really put together. And Kay Cannon, her directing is decent for a first time out directing. I mean, there are a few times where you can feel the edit a lot, certain scenes. I mean, it kind of happens like, oh wait, how did we get here? I asked myself that a few times, but hey, I can forgive it because I was having so much fun watching this movie. All in all, I enjoyed my time with this movie. I'm glad I went to see it when I did. And on that note, I give Blockers.
Yes! That's awesome!
I mean, hey man, I didn't know exactly what to expect from this film. Like, I was interested in it, but I wasn't really too sure. I kind of saw it on a whim, be like, alright, let me check that out. but I was pleasantly surprised, and you will be too. Anyway, have you seen Blockers? Tell me what you think about it, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment on Nerd With Me. See you next time, YouTubers and Cinephiles.